Hello students, welcome to your Yourpedia platform. I am your mentor Rohit Singh and today we are gonna be taking NPTEL assignment question of subject soil mechanics as question number 3, which is given on page number 157 of this notebook. Okay, so here in this question, which is question number 3, they have given you a constant head permeability test was performed on a soil sample of height 8 cm and area is 50 cm square. So basically there is a cylindrical specimen of soil and a constant head permeability test is carried out on this soil sample, and the dia of the soil sample is basically they have given you area. So area is 50 cm square and the height of the sample is 8 cm, correct. Along with that, they have told you that a discharge or quantity of water of 450 centimeter cube flows down in 10 minutes under an effective head of 40 centimeter. So discharge is 450 centimeter cube in 10 minutes. So let us find this discharge in centimeter cube per second. So discharge Q in centimeter per second will be equal to 450 divided by 10 into 60, and this is 60 centimeter cube per second. So now we have calculated the discharge which is being passed through this soil sample, and it is 450 divided by 10 into 60 centimeter cube per second. Along with that, they have told you that a constant head of 40 centimeter. So basically head is 40 centimeter and the length of the soil sample is 8 centimeter, correct. So we can easily tell that the hydraulic gradient of this soil sample will be equal to, basically hydraulic gradient will be equal to head upon length of sample, right. So head upon length of sample, and head is given to you as 40 centimeter. So this will be equal to 40 divided by the length of the soil sample, and that is 8 centimeter, right. So I will be equal to 40 by 8, or this is equal to 5. So hydraulic gradient across this soil sample is 5, and they have also given you on oven drying the test specimen weighs 500 gram, assuming G is equal to 2.65, and they are asking you values of permeability, coefficient of permeability, and the seepage velocity of water during the test, right. So we already know that whenever the water seeps through a soil sample, then the Darcy's law will be obeyed, and according to Darcy's law, the discharge is equal to K into I into A, where K is coefficient of permeability, I is hydraulic gradient, and A is area of cross section, right. So we have all the values except the value of K. So let us apply that Darcy's equation, and let us first find out the value of coefficient of permeability. So we know that as per Darcy's law, V or discharge velocity is equal to K into I, and Q or the discharge will be equal to KIA, right. So in this test specimen, they have already told you that the value of, we have already calculated the value of I as 5, area of cross section of the soil sample is already given to us as 50 centimeter square, and along with that the discharge we have already calculated as discharge is 450 divided by 10 into 60 centimeter cube per second. Therefore we have Q value, I value, and A value, and from this we can easily calculate the K value, which is the coefficient of permeability of soil, right. So let us substitute these values and find out the value of K. So Q is 450 divided by 10 into 60 centimeter cube per second, and this is equal to K. Let us suppose that the coefficient of permeability of soil is K, into I we have already calculated, which is 5. So I is 5 and area of cross section is 50. Solve this and you will get the value of coefficient of permeability, or the K value of the soil sample is equal to, so K value will be equal to 3 into 10 raised to power minus 3, and the unit of the K value will be centimeter per second, correct. So the K value of the soil sample is 3 into 10 raised to power minus 3 centimeter per second. But here in this question, they are also asking you to calculate the seepage velocity. And we know that this velocity V is equal to Ki is basically discharge velocity. So we need to calculate discharge seepage velocity from the discharge velocity, right? So there is a relation between discharge velocity and seepage velocity. So let us move on to that part. So now the question arises to find seepage velocity. So to find seepage velocity, we have a relation. So let us name it seepage velocity. Let us name it as Vs. So we know that seepage velocity Vs will be equal to discharge velocity, which we have calculated as per Darcy's law. So discharge velocity bracket V. So discharge velocity is V, and divided by the porosity of the soil sample. So this is divided by the porosity of soil sample, and that is denoted by N. So this will be the equation which will be used in order to calculate the seepage velocity of water through the soil, seeping through the soil, right? So in order to find the seepage velocity, we know that seepage velocity Vs will be equal to discharge velocity V upon the porosity N, and we already know that the discharge velocity V is given by Darcy's law, and it says V, or the discharge velocity, is equal to K into I, and K we have already calculated. K is basically came out to be 3 into 10 raised to power minus 3 centimeter per second. So this will be 3 into 10 raised to power minus 3 centimeter per second, and I was the hydraulic gradient across the soil sample, and I came out to be 40 divided by 8, which is 5. So I was 5, right? So from this you will get the value of this will be the value of the discharge velocity. Basically this is discharge velocity, right? So discharge velocity is equal to K into I, and K is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 5 will be the discharge velocity, and the unit will be centimeter per second. Along with that, they have already told you in this question, basically now we have the discharge velocity. Now we need to calculate the porosity, and we know that porosity can be calculated from the void ratio. Now void ratio can be calculated by using a relation between gamma d and void ratio. Because why we are using gamma d relation? Because in this question they have already told you that on oven drying the test specimen weighs 500 gram. So basically mass of specimen on oven drying, mass of soil on oven drying is given to you as 500 grams, right? And the volume of the soil sample we can easily calculate, right? So volume of the soil sample is basically area into length of the soil sample, and area was 50 centimeter square and length was 8 centimeter, right? So from this we can get the volume of the soil sample as 400 centimeter cube. So now we know that the volume of the soil sample along with the dry mass of the soil sample. So we can easily calculate the dry density of the soil sample, which will be equal to the mass of the soil sample divided by the volume of the dry soil sample, right? So volume of soil sample is equal to 400 cc, right, centimeter cube. So now from this we can easily calculate the value of the gamma d. So basically the gamma d, let us calculate on next page. So we know that the gamma d is equal to mass of soil sample, mass of dry soil sample divided by volume of soil or volume of dry soil sample, and this is equal to mass we have just calculated. They have told in the exam question, which is 500 gram, and volume is 400 cc. So this will be equal to mass is 500 grams, which was given in the question, and the volume of the soil sample we have just calculated as 400 cc, right, or centimeter cube. So from this you will get the value of the gamma d. Gamma d will become equal to 500, which is 500 upon 400, that is equal to 1.25 G per cc. Correct? So now we have the gamma D value of the soil sample. Along with that, we know a relation. Basically, we know a relation between gamma D and void ratio, because our aim was to calculate the porosity, and we know that porosity can be calculated from the void ratio. So let us first calculate the void ratio of the soil sample, right? So gamma D is equal to GS gamma W upon 1 plus E, correct? So this is the relation which we are using to calculate the E value of the soil sample, or the void ratio of the soil sample. So they have already told you that the G or GS is equal to, or the specific gravity of solids is equal to 2.65. Gamma W, which is the unit weight of water in gram per cc, we already know that that is equal to 1 gram per cc, correct? And gamma D, we have just calculated that gamma D is equal to 500 divided by 400 G per cc, correct? So let us substitute these values in this equation and find out the value of the void ratio. So gamma D is 500 divided by 400 gram per cc is equal to GS is 2.65. So GS is 2.65 into gamma W is 1 divided by 1 plus E, right? So solve this and you will get the value of the void ratio from this equation. So void ratio from this equation will come out to be equal to, on solving this, you will get the void ratio as 1.12. So the void ratio came out to be 1.12. Now you have the void ratio of the soil sample, and our aim was to calculate the porosity, and we know a relation between porosity and void ratio, that is given by porosity is equal to void ratio divided by 1 plus E, or the void ratio, right? So let us use that equation in order to calculate the porosity, right? So porosity, we know that porosity or N is equal to E plus 1 upon E. E we have just calculated, E came out to be equal to 1.12 divided by 1 plus E again, this is 1.12. So on solving this, you will get the value of the porosity as, so porosity came out to be equal to, on solving this, 0.5283. So now we have the porosity value as well, right? So now we can use that relation which we have just developed in the previous slide, which was Vs, or the seepage velocity, is equal to discharge velocity upon porosity. Discharge velocity we already calculated as 3 into 10 to the minus 3 into 5, and porosity we have just calculated as 0.5283, right? So now we can calculate that seepage velocity. So seepage velocity Vs will be equal to discharge velocity V upon porosity N, and discharge velocity V we have just calculated in the previous part of this question, which was 3 into 10 to the minus 3 into 5, and this was given by Darcy's law, and the porosity we have just calculated as 0.5283. So let us substitute the value of porosity from above. So this will be 0.5283, and on solving this, you will get the value of the seepage velocity. So the seepage velocity Vs will came out to be equal to 28.39 into 10 raised to power minus 3 centimeter per second. So this was the second part of the question which they have asked, right? So now let us see which option is correct for this question. So the value of the K, or the coefficient of permeability, came out to be 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 centimeter per second, and the seepage velocity Vs came out to be equal to 28.39 into 10 to the power minus 3 centimeter per second. So let us see which option is correct. So as you can see in the options, that the C option, which says K is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 centimeter per second and Vs is 28.39 into 10 to the power minus 3. Therefore the correct answer to this question, third of the soil mechanics subject, will be C option, right? So this was the whole question, right? So I hope you understood this question, and For more interesting questions and videos, keep watching and keep preparing. Thank you. Have a nice day.